Anerlisa Muigai was recently called out. It was today or the day yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, by a makeup artist. So this girl claims that Anerlisa reached out to her and they had known each other for a long time. She had done her makeup before and she reached out to her and asked her to do her makeup for her 30th birthday, which I believe happened just recently. However, she said on the day, things didn't really quite go as planned. She claims that Anerlisa made her do her makeup more than once and then allegedly wiped it off and did the foundation herself. So I want to read to you guys. The post is all alleged, and then perhaps you can decide. It's a long post, so you have to bear with me, please.
When she used 3D toppers.
What do you say? Recap. Okay, as you can see, I showed up and did my part before I started, and Anerlisa requested that Miss Keisha do her eyebrows. Only I found it strange, to be honest. I declined and told her that if she wasn't satisfied about something, she should notify me, and I'll be more than willing to rectify it. I mean, my client's satisfaction is my #1 priority. Also, it wasn't part of the agreement. She then proceeded to show me a pic from Instagram of a girl with super highlighted, contoured face beat and asked me if I could replicate the look. Usually in the past, she'd send me pics via WhatsApp of the looks that she wanted so that we were on the same page. But this time around, I couldn't get her on the number she provided. Halfway through the makeup, she gave me her phone and requested that I... Next page, please. Requested that I take a pic of her using a flash. Normally, I do the flashback test after I'm done because all the steps have tied in together, and if there are any mistakes, I correct them by myself because I've had the experience. Tip: halfway through any makeup look is never a good idea because the client ends up looking a bit weird, to be honest. It doesn't matter your experience as a makeup artist. Anyway, she flipped out on me and went to the bathroom to wipe off the makeup, so I had to start all over again. She made me start over a number of 3 times in total before she ended up doing the foundation herself, which is a real slap in the face. I mean, why even bother to look for me? Madarao, I never mentioned that she has a black birthmark that covers the majority of the right side of her face, so it's normally difficult to cover up with a foundation, especially black opal, that has a tendency to transfer with the slightest touch. You end up spending a lot more time trying to cover up and perfect that area because your work has to be up to standard. That's why she wanted me in the first place. I do all the steps, no shortcuts. I'm thorough with my work. Mind you, she was always on phone since I got there, so there were too many interruptions and we ended up spending more than the 2 hours allocated. She ended up blaming me for it. So the gist of all this is that even after all of that, she didn't, she said that Anerlisa didn't credit her for the work on the pictures that she posted. She credited the other makeup artist who she says didn't really do much.
Did she get paid?
No, it was a birthday present.
She offered her services for free as a birthday present. Now, what's interesting to note also is that Anerlisa went to the other makeup artist's page and they had an exchange, and this is what she said.
Do you want me to read?
This is not the
all for a face beat?
All for a face beat. Yeah, okay, so this is what she said. She said, "Thank you, hon." This is on the other makeup artist's page. She said, "Thank you, hon. You really saved my night after being put powder all over my face looking like a clown. Thank you for redoing my makeup. You rock."
Oh my God, and that was a birthday gift?
Remember that thing Zari and Diamond were doing? Like you're arguing, but you're not arguing?
Yeah.
Like, thanks for doing my makeup. It's passive aggressive?
Yeah.
Ooh, but now, the funniest thing that I noted, because I was following this party, you know I'm an insomniac, so I was following this party like on Instagram. At some point, because I follow Wams, she actually posted a picture of the makeup that Anerlisa had and said, "Thank you for giving me an opportunity to do my makeup, only for this to turn ugly 2 days later." And one of the things that I feel is really shady, I don't appreciate like the fact that she put up Anerlisa's number.
Phone number, yes.
Phone number on
Yeah.
Instagram, like literally. Do you actually know, like probably Anerlisa is somewhere sitting down at who the heavens is calling me? Because you see, like, even if you're going to expose someone in, you know, put your public conversations out there, at least blur someone's number. It's private property. That I actually felt was really shady.
I think what I don't like is what she said. That she has a birthmark and whatever.
That's why, one word for me. For me, it's unprofessional.
That's very unprofessional.
It's
I mean, I'm
unprofessional.
sorry.
You know what? Be a woman about it. Call each other, hush it out, do whatever you're doing. You don't do that to someone.
And then I really don't think we need to know all that information.
Yeah, like we don't need to hear about it.
That was one long post. Brenda, thanks.
God, my thought.
Let me tell you, sometimes people really do get pissed off. And out of experience, out of being in a similar situation, people really get pissed off about situations. But running to rant about it, always get, there's an easier way or a better way to solve
a more
professional
professional
way. And especially when you know you're going to be dealing with more people like them. I mean, next time if that girl comes to look for you to do makeup,
I'd be like, gosh, if I forget to tag this girl.
I wouldn't want to work with someone like
How many
that.
times have you forgotten to tag your makeup
Many
artist?
times.
yeah, and they're very understanding. They'll just call it, they're like,
How can you
"Babe,
tag?
how can you tag? You know, they just talk to you nicely.
And,
think that's very
and I understand the
professional.
hunger for wanting to be visible in the industry, but that hunger sometimes when you're a little, don't burn bridges, girl. Don't do that. Like Nairobi's too small, first of all.
And I feel like this would have taken a really different turn if one, she didn't mention the birthmark, and two, she didn't put up the phone number.
Funny enough, I was
If
actually
she didn't
warming
do
up
those
to
two
her.
things.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I can't imagine.
And I like that
It's
you
beating
pointed out the
somebody and-
frustration. We're not saying it was perfect.
Yeah.
You get different clients. People prepare you for this when you're getting into any industry. You're going to meet all sorts of people. It's how you handle that. It's how you know, like this person's difficult, but I never did anything, that would look unprofessional. Because you're trying to target a new segment, a new client, but no one's going to call you.
Yo, what up? How you doing? My name is DJ Piera McKenna, and thank you so much for watching Let's Talk. Now, if you want to catch up on the missed episodes, you can watch them right here. And remember to subscribe right here.